An example of why it's hard to split up mental load and why it often defaults to women. Baby sleep sack edition. One of the current pains of having a 2-year-old is that she's not completely sleeping through the night. We're weaning her off milk and we're almost down to just water. It's super watered down milk. As we've been weaning her off, she drinks a lot of liquid throughout the night. And what does that mean? That means excessively wet diapers. Last night around midnight, I replaced her bottle with a super watered down milk. Then again at about 3:45 a.m. I did the same and then realized she also needed a diaper change and a sleep sack change because the whole thing was very wet. Thankfully, I've got my reps in, so I was able to do it pretty much with my eyes closed. I was able to fall back asleep relatively quick. But the mental load starts when she wakes up on this issue that I'm about to bring up. So given that I wanted to go straight back to bed instead of deal with the wet laundry, I left it out on the change table. Typically when this happens, one of us will wake up and whoever is with her in the first thing in the morning will think to put it in the laundry or not. Now, if we haven't stayed on top of laundry, there's a good chance it's the only sleep sack we have that's clean dry is now wet. Sometimes we just get dried out if we don't have the capacity to do laundry. Drying it out can often turn into just putting in the dryer for 20 minutes. But most importantly, we bring her to daycare and that has to happen during the day before bedtime. Now today we weren't completely on the same page, weren't mind reading. Alyssa figured that the sleep sack was way too wet to just put in the dryer, so she put it through the washer. Now it's pretty warm outside and she's recently been not liking the AC in her room, which only leaves us with a heavy sleep sack. And that's no good for sleep when it's really warm and humid out. So one of the things that I did a poor job of sort of handling off the mental load of is making sure that we had a sleep sack that was dry, that was climate appropriate. What we did do a good job of was about 20 to 30 minutes before bedtime, talking about it, not placing blame on each other, and recognizing if she refused the AC, we need to get that thing into the dryer ASAP because it's currently in the wash. I would say at worst, we'll end up with a toddler that refuses to go down because either her sleep sack is too warm or she doesn't want the AC going on in her room, and we're waiting for the other sleep sack to dry. The reason this often defaults to women is because they've been managing their climate and feeding habits since their conception. When dads don't get paternity leave off, they're far less aware of this. And so it becomes ingrained in a lot of women to manage climate, to manage feedings for children that are up to whatever age the dad steps up to. Now, I think I've done a pretty good job. I was on paternity leave for 4 months, so I was a part of that process. I was paying attention to climate and feedings, but literally millions of dads don't get that opportunity, and or they're not taking the opportunity if it's given to them. As much as we can attempt chalking this up to evolution and women just being more good at this, it's more likely that they've just had way more practice in the first couple months when it's super, super important. And so by the time they're toddlers and 3 and 4 years old, it's second nature. Guys, sometimes we have to have a serious conversation with our partners and say, hey, I really need the reps here. I know sometimes Alyssa had a really hard time receiving this. I've been well trained enough to have a growth mindset throughout this whole process.